You open your eyes. The darkness is cold, unforgiving. You are a Viking. And this is your whole life. Your hands are not soft. They've never been soft. These hands were born to grip an axe, to pull an oar, to survive. You don't wake up to an alarm. You wake up because if you don't, you starve. Your wife stirs beside you. Your children sleep near the fire that's barely still burning. The first task of every day is fire. Without fire, you freeze. Without fire, you can't cook. Without fire, you die. You step outside. The air cuts through your lungs like a blade. This is Norway. This is home, and home is brutal. Around you, the village wakes. 50 families, maybe 60, each one fighting the same battle you are. The battle to see tomorrow. You are not a jarl. You are not a chieftain. You are a farmer, a warrior when called, a sailor when the seas demand it. Your father was a Viking. His father before him. This life wasn't chosen. It was inherited. Your sons will be Vikings. Your daughters will marry Vikings. This cycle doesn't break. It's survived for generations, and it will survive long after you're gone. You see your neighbours, Bjorn, Sigrid, Eric the blacksmith. You don't always like them, but you need them. Because out here, alone, you're dead. Breakfast isn't eggs and toast. It's porridge, barley, maybe some dried fish if you're lucky. The same thing you ate yesterday. The same thing you'll eat tomorrow. Your children don't complain. They've never known anything different. Luxury isn't a concept here. Survival is. Your wife works as hard as you do. Harder, maybe. She grinds the grain, weaves the cloth, tends the garden, raises the children. You finish eating. The real work is about to begin. Because being a Viking isn't about glory. It's about work. Every single day. You head to the fields. Not because you want to, because you have to. This land fights you. The soil is rocky, thin, stubborn. Nothing grows easy here. You plough, you clear stones. You break your back doing work that might give you enough food to survive winter. You sweat in freezing temperatures because the work doesn't stop for cold. It doesn't stop for rain. It doesn't stop for anything. Around you, others do the same. This is the village. Everyone fighting the same fight. Everyone hoping for the same thing. One more harvest. Farming isn't enough. It's never enough. So you fish. You walk to the shore. The North Sea doesn't care about you. It's taken men you knew. Good men, strong men. But you go anyway, because your family needs to eat. You pull the nets. Your hands are numb. The salt water stings the cracks in your skin. But you keep pulling. Some days the sea gives. Some days it takes. Today it gives. Barely. But barely is enough. Barely keeps you alive. And alive is all that matters. You're not just a farmer. You're a craftsman. Because in this world, if you can't make it yourself, you don't have it. You repair your axe. Sharpen your knife. Make nails for the boat that needs fixing. This knowledge was passed down. Your grandfather taught your father. Your father taught you. You'll teach your sons. Every tool you make could save your life. A strong axe means you cut more wood before winter. A sharp knife means you butcher meat without waste. A good boat means you might survive the next storm. You don't make things to sell. You make things to survive. You stop. Not because you're done, because your body demands it. Your hands bleed. They always bleed. You wrap them and keep working. The day is only half over. And the hardest part? It's still coming. The life of a Viking only gets harder from here. You hear it. The horn. Your stomach drops. This isn't a drill. This isn't practice. The Jarl is calling for warriors. You run home. Grab your weapons. Kiss your wife. Maybe for the last time. Your children watch. They've seen this before. They know what it means. You join the others. 20 men. 30, maybe. Some are your friends. Some won't come back. You might not come back. You board the longship. This isn't a fishing boat. This is a weapon. You row, in perfect rhythm, every man pulling together. Because if one man fails, everyone dies. The sea is black. The waves are mountains. You've seen ships swallowed whole by water like this, but you keep rowing, because the Jarl said there's a monastery, wealthy, undefended, easy prey. You land. Your legs shake from rowing, but there's no time. You run. The monastery appears. Stone walls, wooden doors, men inside who've never held a weapon. You don't think. You act. This is survival. This is how Vikings feed their families. Silver, gold, food, cloth. You take everything, because back home, your children are hungry. Not everyone made it. Ragnar took an arrow. He's bleeding. Bad. The trip back is silent. No celebration. No songs. Just exhaustion. The sea is angry now. Like it knows what you did. Like it wants payment. You bail water. You pray to Odin, to Thor, to anyone who'll listen. You make it. Barely. Ragnar doesn't. He dies before you reach land. You come home, richer. But the village is poorer, because Ragnar had a family, and now they have nothing. You take your share. It's not much, but it's enough to get through winter. Maybe. This is the reality of Viking life. Comment below. Could you survive this? 3 months later. Winter has come. You thought the hard part was over. You were wrong. The fields are frozen solid. The sea is ice. There is no more fishing. No more farming. No more raiding. Now, you wait. And you hope what you gathered is enough. Your food stores are in the corner of your longhouse. Dried fish, smoked meat, grain. You count it every day. And every day, there's less. You ration. Your children get more than you do. Your wife gets more than you do. Because if they die, what's the point of any of this? But they're hungry. Always hungry. They don't complain. But you see it in their eyes. Some families ran out of food already. You hear about it in whispers. The family at the edge of the village. 3 children, all gone before the first snow melted. Your neighbour Bjorn knocks on your door. He asks to borrow grain. You know he can't pay it back. You give it to him anyway. Because next winter, it might be you knocking on his door. The cold doesn't just take your food. It takes your strength, your health, your hope. Your youngest gets sick. A fever. A cough that won't stop. You've seen this before. You know how it ends. Your wife makes remedies from herbs she dried in summer. She prays to Frigg, to Air, to any goddess who might listen. You sit by your child's side. You hold their small hand. And you feel completely powerless. You're a Viking. You've fought men. You've conquered seas. You've survived things that would break most people. But you can't fight winter. You can't fight sickness. You can't fight fate. Days pass. Your child's fever breaks. They survive. This time. But not everyone is so lucky. You hear the death songs from other longhouses, children, elders, even some strong men who just gave up. Winter doesn't kill with swords. It kills with cold, with hunger, with despair. You chop wood every day, even when your body screams to stop. Because the fire can't go out. The fire is life. Your wife weaves, not because you need more cloth, but because keeping busy stops you from thinking about how much food is left, How many days until spring? Whether you'll all make it. The darkness is the worst part. The sun barely rises. When it does, it's weak, pale, like it's given up too. You spend most of your time indoors, all of you, crowded around the fire, telling the same stories you've told 100 times. Because what else is there to do? You think about the raid, the monastery, the silver you took. It's worth nothing now. You can't eat silver. You can't burn it for warmth. You think about Ragnar, how he died for that silver, how his family is probably starving right now, how his children might not see spring. Was it worth it? You don't know anymore. Winter breaks people, not their bodies, their spirits. You see it in the eyes of men who used to be strong. Now they just stare at the fire, empty. You refuse to become that. You get up every morning. You chop wood. You check your traps. You do what needs to be done. Because you're a Viking. And Vikings don't quit. They endure. Even when endurance is all they have left. 1 month to go. Maybe 2. Spring will come. It always does. You just have to survive until then. Spring finally comes. You made it. Your family made it. Barely. But you're here. The ice melts. The ground softens. You plant again. The cycle begins again. But you're different now. Thinner. Weaker. Older somehow. Winter does that. It ages you in ways that battles never do. You bury the ones who didn't make it. There are more graves this year. There always are. But you don't have time to mourn properly. There's too much work. You repair the damage winter caused. Broken roofs, cracked tools, fences that collapsed under snow. Life returns to the rhythm you know. Wake up, work, eat, sleep, repeat. But here's the truth. They don't tell you about being a Viking. You're not special. You're not chosen. You're not destined for Valhalla. You're just trying to survive. Same as everyone else. Same as your father. Same as his father. The sagas talk about great warriors, heroes, men who changed the world. But that's not you. That's not most Vikings. Most Vikings die in their beds. Old, broken, forgotten. Most Vikings never see a real battle, never raid a foreign land, never do anything worth singing about. Most Vikings just exist. They plough fields. They mend nets. They survive winter. Over and over. Until they don't. Is that heroic? Maybe. In its own way. Because surviving this life takes more courage than any battle. More strength than any warrior. More determination than any hero. You look at your children. They're growing up. Your oldest son is almost a man now. Soon he'll take a wife, have children of his own, and the cycle will continue. He'll wake up before dawn. He'll work until his hands bleed. He'll fight when called. He'll survive winter. He'll do everything you did. And his children will do the same. And their children after them. This is the Viking way. Not glory, not conquest, not fame. Endurance, survival, continuation. You're not remembered in songs. You're not written about in sagas. Your name won't echo through history, but your bloodline will. Your children will carry on. And that's worth more than any battle, any raid, any treasure. You sit outside your longhouse. The sun is setting. Your wife joins you. You don't say anything. You don't need to. She knows. You know. You survived another year. Together. Tomorrow, you'll wake up early. You'll work until your body gives out. You'll provide for your family. You'll protect them as best you can. And the day after that, you'll do it again. And again. And again. Until the day you can't anymore. Until your body finally breaks. Until the Norns cut your thread. But today you're still here. Still breathing. still fighting. You are a Viking. Not because you're a great warrior, not because you're destined for glory, but because you refuse to give up. You refuse to quit. You refuse to let the world break you. That's what being a Viking really means. Endurance in the face of everything. Survival when survival seems impossible. Hope when there's no reason to hope. Your life is hard, brutal, short. Most people couldn't handle a single day of it, but you've handled thousands of days, and you'll handle thousands more. Because that's what you do. You're a Viking. This is your life. And you wouldn't trade it for anything. Because it's real. It's honest. It's yours. The stars come out. The same stars your ancestors saw. The same stars your descendants will see. You take a breath. The air is cold but not cruel. Not like winter. This is spring air. Air that promises growth. Renewal. Another chance. You stand up. Walk inside. Your family is there. Safe. Warm. Alive. That's all that matters. That's all that ever mattered. You are a Viking. And this is your whole life. This was the real life of a Viking. Not the myths, not the TV shows. The brutal, honest truth. If you made it this far, you're part of something special. Subscribe for more deep dives into history that actually matter. Hit the notification bell and comment below what era you want to see next. Roman gladiators, Spartan warriors, medieval peasants. You choose. I'll deliver the truth. Thank you for watching. Skål. See you in the next one.